Hi there. I wanted to say I'm Rob in case you didn't know. So I am Rob. Okay, so this one is a quick one, but it's important. It's just this little sentence here. Take a break. Take a breath. Take a breather. Look at your lists, your notes, and start this research properly. So here's what you've got to do. You started with doing preferably popular ways to make money. You've watched all of these so you're getting an overall view of how authority sites work, how affiliate sites work. And now you've taken that information, right, and you've coupled it with the niche training that I'm going to have put up that you're watching from me doing right now. Let me show you the graphic. So you've now gone and you've made your lists. So now I'm teaching you to physically start to research the niche you want to start a business in, because you've got to combine that and those niche ideas with the different ways that you can do e-commerce or blogging or print on demand or whatever it is, the other ways you can set it up. You've taken your lists and you've compared those. You've looked at all the things here on JVZoo and Flipper. You will pretty quickly have found things that lit you up and things that you thought, oh, gross, I don't want to go there. Or that's so boring. Or you're going to query things. Let's pick one. Terrible twos with children. Now, you think mommy blogging school, you have had a child, you think it's cool. If you had a child 30 years ago, don't do that. You've completely lost touch with how nasty little you're. I didn't mean that, Rob. Oh, they are cute. We've got some in the house right now. 2-year-olds. To be able to talk about that, you've literally got to be in the trenches with them. So if you're going to be doing mommy blogging, you get where I'm going. So take a breath, take a breather, look at your lists and your notes and literally kind of correlate it and say, okay, it looks like these 3 options are working for me. Okay, because you don't want to keep it cluttered with 10 ways, 20 skills, 20 things you love. It was all very cool for me to tell you put those things up there. I needed you to have them in your head. So for example, here, I would be looking at all of this with related to crafting, camping, furniture making, DIY, art. Can you hear? Travel. So and I'm on 7 and I'm already getting stuck. So there we go. It doesn't matter. Every one of those was huge. So when I'd gone through here, I would have realized, by the way, in my specific case, I've done this. I did this when I started. When I realized that how I was making money was building websites, helping clients get their online businesses working. And I was good at that. I was hampered by the fact that clients with no money were a problem, because you can't do things that cost money for them that would help. Okay, let's not go there. But anyway, once I got the fibromyalgia thing, after the robbery, and once I realized I was in big trouble with fibromyalgia, and I worked out what fibromyalgia was. In other words, once I found out, okay, I really do have fibromyalgia. By that point, I already was very aware that when clients stressed me, and by the way, it was just a, hello, Rob, just a quick question. That's all it took. They weren't shouting at me. They were just making me work. And it was skyrocketing my pain like you can't believe. So at that point, I realized I've got to change what I do. And I did this process. I know how to do this because I've been teaching people how to do it, and I applied it for myself. So I literally took those things that I love doing and the skills that I've got, and I combined that with the popular ways to make money online, including all of these, SEO, CPA, and I sat down slowly and I thought, do I really want to do site flipping? No, I don't. Because I don't know, the problem with site flipping is you can be good at that. But if you build it up, you can't take life off at some point. Whereas, have I got Kindle in here? Please tell me I have. I think I did have it under writing. So you writing for a living under Kindle. You think I'd bother to make it nice and big and clear? Here we go, Kindle. This, to me, involves a fair amount of hard work for a year of pain. And out of the end of that year, I would like to believe that I've got 15 to 20 children's books written, illustrated, and ready for publication. I then spent 2 or 3 months building it up to where I become on the bestsellers list. And you know what? I I can take the rest of my life off. I'm now a published author with a brand of style of book, toasted dinosaur and eggs, whatever it is, silly or not, that might work actually, and then toasted unicorn, and then you tell people, please don't go outside and catch a dinosaur and cook it at the end of it. This was just a story, next time you see a purple dinosaur, please just give it a hug. So you put your books out there, you get to be popular enough. Children love zany, funny stuff. You put that together properly and you do fine. Or you write bodice rippers. That's almost softboard. But literally love stories, and you set it in historical situations or in the West or in the future. I mean, how many love stories, sci-fi love stories have you read? But I can tell you now that there's a crossover of people that enjoy science fiction and love stories, and it doesn't have to be blue people from, I can't believe it, I can't think of their movie, Avatar. So, yeah, once you've written and gone through all that trouble, far better than side flipping. So, sorry, I really got kind of on a tangent. If you take what I've told you in here and combine it with what I'm telling you in here with your lists, when you get to this take a breath section, you can literally kind of keep it down to where, what I was telling you was myself. I very, very quickly found out I need that creative outlet for me to work. So yes, I'm working on this for you. I love helping people as much. I can't help myself. So I needed to I knew that people had to go through what I can teach them through this, because living that fibromyalgia pain while people thought I was lazy is enough to turn me into some kind of international terrorist. I can't believe that I'm such a laid-back guy. But the next time somebody gave me a raised eyebrow look when I couldn't get out of a chair going, ooh, ow, ow, that I wanted to murder them. And I know they're thinking, but if your stomach was a little bit smaller, you wouldn't make those noises. And that's what got to me. So now here I am. However, having said that, my chosen thing I did at the end of all of this was print on demand. It's artistic, it's creative, it fits into my zany sense of humor. It's just absolutely perfect. I love it, and I'm going to get to it as soon as I've taught you guys how to do all of this. So take a breath, look at your lists, your notes, pare it down, and start your research from a tighter angle. And once you've done that, I'm going to get you onto this next thing. So now I'm hoping that you've heard me. Hello. And you've got 2 or 3 options that you're looking at now. Because you can't just presume one and then only do keyword research on the one. You've got to know that you need 2 or 3 to compare them to see that you are now in the right direction. But you've got 2 or 3 that you've kind of looked at. You found products, you found buyer intent, you found already some keyword research that you've done, looking like I did for you as examples as I went through these videos. Okay, so let's get on to the next video after this. I'll catch you in that one in a second.